Good morning, tubers. Matt M. Roy back again. Back to you with another vlog video. This is, Thursday, May 25th of 2017. And yes, this is going to be Memorial Day weekend. The first Memorial Day weekend I will be spending without my parents. As most of you guys know that watch this channel, they are away on their cross-country trip, doing very, very well. I've gotten a lot of questions about that, so that is the very first thing I'm going to answer in this vlog. The truck is doing fantastically ever since they had the transmission replaced. Dad brought it to a Ford dealer when he was in Tennessee, and they put a brand new transmission in that F-250, so that's working out really well. Plus the bonus of having done it at a Ford dealership and getting a new one, it's got a 3-year warranty, so you didn't have to worry about it for a good long time. They have been traveling a lot. Dad's kind of tired right now because, you know, every other day it's like he's got to pack the trailer up, you know, take it to drive to a new place and then park and then set it up again. And this last trek really took it out of him. It was 400 miles. They are now in Galveston, Texas, and they're having a really good time. They're going to be there for a few days. They're in a campground on the water, really, really pretty. I Skyped with Mom yesterday, and she took me around and showed me the absolutely beautiful scenery. Very flat, kind of reminds me of around here. The one thing that she was really disappointed with was the water. She had always heard that the water in Galveston was really clear and blue, kind of like it is down in Hawaii, but I guess that wasn't the case, at least where they are. She said it's very mucky, very kind of grayish, almost like it is here in Virginia Beach. And when I did some research and talked to some people, they said some of the water in Texas is like that, but it's more towards the Corpus Christi area. So, yeah, it's a little disappointing there, but they're not going to be swimming, and it's still nice to be next to the water. So, fingers crossed, and everybody keep their prayers up for them. They're doing very well. Give you a quick update on LT. She is doing a lot better. I am actually very surprised because I'll be honest with you guys, I was fully expecting to have to put her down this week because last week she was sneezing up a storm. She was getting very lethargic. She wasn't eating, and she's just done a total 180. This morning, I kid you not, I filled up the dry food bowl to the brim last night, and it was almost empty this morning. And I know for a fact that was her because Baxter does not eat dry food. Not only that, when I went to feed them this morning, the wet food was gone. I gave them new wet food, and I actually sat there and watched her eat one whole bowl of wet food. He ate the other one. So she's definitely got her appetite back. She's eating her treats. She's not drinking excessively anymore, which I'm happy about because that might mean she doesn't actually have diabetes or a kidney problem. I just think it was some type of infection. Maybe it was a bacterial infection. It just took the antibiotics a little longer to work on her. She is gaining a little bit more weight at this point. I noticed, I want to be careful because she balloons up pretty quickly, but I do want her to gain a little bit with that weight back because her backbone was sticking up. I mean, you could actually feel it. And there was like no fat around that backbone. So the fact that she's gaining a little weight is also a good sign. I wound up brushing her yesterday. She was happy with that. She let me brush her. Other than that, she really hasn't wanted that much attention, and I'm not surprised. When an animal's not feeling good, just like when a person's not feeling well, they tend to want to be left alone and just, you know, kind of sit and hide in the corner. But today, she, like I said, just this morning, she just started to come up to me. She wants attention. She's not like cowering by the fridge or in a corner somewhere. She's actually out and walking. So I guess everybody's prayers have been answered. It looks like she's doing all right. And yeah, I'm just going to let it be for now. Like I said, she's had enough antibiotics. I could go and get her a booster shot, but I don't want to do that right away because she's such a small and petite cat as it is. I'm afraid that that's going to be too much for her system. So I'm going to wait about another week, and if everything's good, then I'm going to leave it alone. If she starts getting bad again, then I will bring her to the vet, and we'll have him reevaluate her at that point. Well, I am almost here at the thrift store. I hope it's not going to rain today. As I've said in previous vlogs, it has been horrible here for the last couple weeks, and yesterday was no exception. Mainly that's why I didn't do a vlog. The weather was so bad and dreary. I didn't even have enough light inside to film, so hopefully we get a little bit better weather today, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Woo! Sweating like a pig here. It's actually pretty hot today. It's a lot of humidity in the air. Well, I went to the thrift store and they put very few electronic items out, but I did wind up finding a couple of goodies. One thing that's kind of unusual, at least to find these days, for 78 cents I found a brand new ultra clean video head cleaner made by General Electric. Kind of unusual. This looks like it's the dry kind, but you know what? It's really hard to find these, and I hate having to always take apart my VCR and clean it with alcohol. And that's not always the best way because you can wind up eating away at the head. So for those times when the head is just slightly dirty from, say, playing an old tape, this actually should work just fine. And for 78 cents, I couldn't beat it. Don't see a date on here. I was trying to see how old this is, but they didn't actually date it. And I've noticed a lot of companies are doing that now because if they have something on the shelves for a long time, they don't want to have a copyright date on it because then people will see how long it's been sitting there, and half the time they'll want to bargain it down if it's old. Next thing I found is a movie that I have not seen in a long time. This actually came from Kmart. It's Yours, Mine, and Ours with Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda. This one dates from 1968. Pretty funny movie about a really large family. Kind of reminds me of the Brady Bunch in a way. I've seen it before, but it's been a long time. And for $1.98, I figured that was a pretty good deal. And then nothing too spectacular. I just got a couple of keyboards. Got a Dell keyboard here for $3. And I got an HP keyboard here for $1.98, if you guys can see that. But that's all I did today, and I'm not really looking to go to any more thrift stores today because I spent pretty much yesterday checking out all the ones in our area. So I think I'm going to go home. I got a few things I want to do. I want to clean the house a little bit. I need to mop the floor, maybe do a little vacuuming. But we'll see what happens the rest of the day. And yes, I am still going to be doing the review on my iMac. I finally got it up to where I need it to be. I put in the other 2 gigs of RAM. So right now it's got 8 gigs of RAM total. The 1 terabyte internal hard drive, and I actually got that 4-port USB hub all set up. So if I don't get a chance to film that today, I will try to do it tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, tubers. Well, here I am at the local Aldi. I wanted to show you guys something. Everybody keeps asking me, how do you get your carts here? Well, here's the one thing you need is a quarter, and then the rest I'll show you. Every Aldi I've ever been to is the same. Basically, to get your cart, you just insert your quarter right here, just like that, and then you pull this little lever thing away, and then you just take your cart. It's as simple as that. And then when you're done, you can get your quarter back. This is just so they don't have a lot full of carts, and I actually think it's in a pretty ingenious way of doing it. Let's see what they got on special today. Well, they actually got pineapples for 99 cents, though. I'm not going to get it because I am terrible at cutting these, and I've had a lot of pineapple in recent days. Now they have cantaloupes. Those are $1.39. Definitely pick one of those up. Though I'm going to make sure I get one that needs to ripen for a few days because I don't think I'm going to have a chance to cut it up in the near future. Looks like they got mangoes for 99 cents. I'll wait till they have them a better sale. That's not that great. But I'll tell you one thing I am going to get. Some seedless watermelons. Now, I guess they're just the difference in sizes. These are $5.99 and then these are $3.99 because they're smaller. We'll go ahead and get a $3.99 one because it's just me for now. Go ahead and let that roll. Let's see what they got over here. Strawberries are $1.29. Definitely pick up some fresh strawberries. Maybe we could do some smoothies tomorrow morning. It's a good deal. Cherries are still pretty high. It's not really cherry season at the moment. Blueberries are $2.99. Yeah, that's still pretty expensive, but they got a nice selection of food here, that's for sure. I'm gonna go over and see if they have some squash. I think we're gonna have some squash tonight if it's in a good sale. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Mixed squash. There we go. Got regular squash and summer squash. That'll be really nice for $1.99. Definitely can't beat that price. And that is for 2 pounds of it. All right, tubers. Now that I'm back home, I want to show you something really cool that I picked up at the second thrift store. And it's this setup right here. Now, I will tell you, this was absolutely brand new when I got it. The camera was new in box, and so was the printer. As a matter of fact, I had to pull all the paper off the printer. And it also came with a brand new stack of paper. Now, this is only just photo paper. Now, this is only a few pieces, but I'm not that crazy about this kind. If you could see close, this is the matte, not the glossy kind. So I'll probably use some other stuff that I have. But I wound up giving $10 for this, and I'll go through each of these and show you exactly what they are. First, we'll start with the camera. This is an HP PhotoSmart M627. I actually had one of these back in the day. I remember selling these at Best Buy. This is a 7-megapixel camera. It's not the highest end camera, but I really couldn't pass up because this thing was absolutely brand new. Very easy to use, so I may actually let Mom and Dad use this when they get home to take pictures. The only issue with this was the batteries that were in it were these rechargeable nickel metal hydrides, and they had actually started to corrode, so I had to pull those out. I had to clean a little bit of corrosion that was on this, and I'll see if I can do it here. On this edge right here, right where my finger is, if this will focus. There we go. Right here and right here, there was some of that blue corrosion. Luckily, I was able to clean all that off, and I just put in 2 fresh, non-rechargeable AA batteries, and this thing sprung to life like a champ. Now, this is the really cool bit. I remember these printers from back when I worked at Best Buy. This is the HP PhotoSmart A612. If you look at it here, this is the box. Here's what it says about it. It prints up to 5x7 photos, and I did get some of that paper there. Automatic red eye removal, water, smudge, and fade resistant photos, and that's due to the ink, because this uses the HP Vivera ink. And you can see that it actually uses the 110 cartridge. Now, the printer itself is totally functional, but unfortunately, the cartridge that came with this, the original cartridge, was totally dried out, so I had to order some of these on eBay. Wasn't too expensive. It was $13 for 2 replacement cartridges. But basically how this works is you pull this down. The ink actually goes in here, which is really cool. It's one cartridge. There's no black. It's just a color cartridge. The way it makes black is by combining the different colors. Here we have the various memory card that accepts XD, memory stick, SD card, and compact flash. Plus, you can also plug in a USB drive, flash drive to this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. One thing I found that's really interesting, and yes, it's complaining I don't have the cartridge in there because, like I said, it was totally bad. And it may not let me do anything. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't let you do anything without the cartridge, so I'll have to wait for a future video to show you exactly how it works. But one thing I found interesting, this actually has Bluetooth in it. And from being around 2006, that would have been fairly uncommon. This was a new technology when this had come out, so kind of interesting that it actually had that. And I don't know if you guys can hear it in the corner, but Mr. Baxter has been playing with this box. Yep. You like chewing on that thing, don't you? This cat chews on anything and everything I give him, you little stink pots. But yeah, I mean, looking at the back here, it's got a handle. I'll go ahead and put it down. It's got a handle, so you can carry it with you. Back here is actually where you put the paper. I pull this out, the paper actually goes in here. I can't pull out all the way because I actually have it plugged in right now. And then on the bottom here, it's really cool, under here, and I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, is a place where you can actually put a battery. Now, the battery does not come with it, but you can buy it. It's a pretty interesting little printer. I'm planning on maybe taking this with me to Vegas. That way, if somebody wants a picture that I've taken, even with my phone, I can print out right there. So, I mean, for all this for $10, I did not think was a bad deal at all. All right, tubers, thought we'd take a quick look here at LT. So she is definitely doing better. I had to clean some more of that gunk out of her eye, and there's still a little bit in there. She's definitely having some allergy problems, but other than that, it seems like she's doing a lot better. I could definitely tell she's gained weight. She's putting more fat back on, which is good. She was getting a little too thin. Want to say anything to the viewing audience, LT? You're just going to hide down there? Yeah, okay. We'll leave you alone. But I just want to give you guys a quick update on LT to let you know she is doing much better. her sitting under here is not abnormal at all. This is one of her favorite spots to be, especially when this one's being a little stinker who's been chasing her around. Aren't you, Baxt? Psst, 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 psst. Come on. You want to come say hi? Come on. Come say hi to everybody on YouTube. Good boy. And of course, he's doing really well. He's a friendly cat all around. Really putting on some more weight too, which is good. Again, he was kind of thin himself, but he's getting a little bit better. Oh yeah, show that butt off to everybody. Come on. You want to do your little trick? Bax, you want to do your little trick? Up, up. Up, up. Come on. Come on, bud. You want to come up? Come on. Come on. Show everybody what you do. Come on. Come on. Up, up. Up, up. Come on. Come on. There we go. Good boy. You see how tall he is? He could actually reach the top of this if he wanted to. He won't do it now, of course, because I have the camera pointed at him. All right, you've been good, so we're going to go ahead and give you some treats. Well, tubers, I was sitting down watching Downton Abbey, and all of a sudden the sun went away, and I saw this. Not looking good right now, and I heard the NOAA weather alert radio going off, so yeah, I think we're in for some pretty nasty storms tonight. I'm actually getting the vlog here today because this is getting a little on the long side. I will do that iMac review shortly. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.